Toucan Whisper, Excerpt 6. Número 6. From Toucan Whisper, Toucan Sing follows the fledgling bird and mute brother in the rigors of survival. Antonio also ponders methodical navigation on the byways to success, factoring optimal deference to his benefactress, Mrs. Mayfair. Gustavo didn't know what his mute son might be thinking, and Antonio isn't too sure either. In the next few weeks, Toucan dropped his baby down and sprouted feathers and was moved to the old cage outside the little casa, because a chicken belongs outside no matter what its shape or size or color. Baldo moved the cage from the ground to a rickety stack of bricks because Toucan was no chicken and should not have suffered ground hazards after surviving so much already. Gustavo died a few months later. He gazed up, glassy-eyed and feeble, saying he made many mistakes but always did his best. On a sigh, he was gone. Things changed when Gustavo died. For starters, in the weeks following the burial, Baldo smashed the cage with an old board, then beat it to a mangled mess. There it sits, once a bird cage, its perches and swings now broken and twisted in a heap. Toucan watched the thrashing from a nearby limb, presumably enjoying the demolition of his confinement. Baldo didn't exactly speak that day, but he mimicked Toucan's guttural surge. The harsh duet entertained and relieved them both. 148, 149, 150. There, it is done. 150 sit-ups per day will be the new standard and will be done in the morning, not in the afternoon. Antonio does not stop but goes directly to 100 stomach crunches and 125 push-ups. Make that 150 each for balance and symmetry and penance in advance. A little credit on hand can't hurt. Antonio remembers his poor dead father, gone now these 5 years, but seeming absent for longer. Well, maybe it's 6 years or 7. Time changes pace for a boy with no father in the formative years, at once an orphan, yet a father to his younger brother. Dead already in an age younger than Mrs. Mayfair is now, Gustavo Garza showed twice the wear and tear and asked for nada, except maybe some warm tortillas for los niños. Maybe it's best that he died. Antonio ponders death because such thoughts also occur during blind, dumb effort. He huffs and knows that his father's early demise was not best. How could death be best? It cannot be. Antonio wonders if his father could have taught him what he's learned on his own. We can never know how Gustavo Garza might have influenced his exceptional son, the elder one. Perched stoically below tiny Jesus, Gustavo peers at his sons with just the right thing to say for all occasions. Mute as his younger son, Gustavo seems wiser now, knowing those things that eluded him in life. Yet his image still shines with a patina of dried sweat, as if toil bespeaks his afterlife as well. A photograph can't sweat unless it's a miracle, like the famous Madonna that cries, and not from a leak in the roof. Perhaps such a miracle is here before us. Heaven knows he sweated more in a single day than Mrs. Mayfair in a month of poolside tanning sessions. Thanks for listening.